Authorities thought they were investigating a tragic but straightforward case, the mysterious deaths of legendary actor Gene Hackman and his wife, Betsy Arakawa. But then, they found the tunnel. Hidden beneath the couple's $4 million Santa Fe mansion, this secret underground passage wasn't in any official blueprints. It wasn't supposed to exist. And what was inside? Old crates, strange tools, cryptic symbols, and photographs that shouldn't exist. The FBI went pale when they saw it. And ever since, they've been unusually quiet. What was Gene Hackman hiding? And more importantly, why did he go to such great lengths to keep it buried? We're about to break it all down. But first, if you love uncovering Hollywood's deepest, darkest secrets, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a story like this. All right, let's get into it. Let's start with the moment that changed everything. Days after Gene Hackman and his wife were found dead under mysterious circumstances, federal investigators arrived at their mansion, not just to look for clues, but to search the entire property. Neighbors reported seeing black SUVs, a team of agents, and even a few unmarked trucks. At first, it seemed like a routine investigation. But then, someone noticed something strange in the basement. Behind an old wooden shelf, officers discovered what looked like a false wall, and when they moved it, a dark passage stretched beyond it. A tunnel. A tunnel that wasn't supposed to exist. Why would Hackman need a hidden underground passage? Was it an escape route? Was it used for storage? Or was there something much darker lurking beneath his home? Agents moved carefully inside, flashlights cutting through the dust-filled air. The tunnel was narrow, damp, and eerily silent. At the end of it, they found a hidden chamber, a room frozen in time. Inside, old wooden crates sealed shut, stacks of yellowed photographs, strange symbols scratched into the walls, and tools that no one could immediately explain. This wasn't just storage, it was something else, something intentionally hidden. The crates contained items that looked valuable, but also disturbing. Old film reels, private recordings of Hackman, possibly never meant to be seen, unmarked letters, some written in code, and newspaper clippings, some about Hackman, others about people seemingly unconnected to him. But the strangest thing? One of the photographs. Because when agents wiped away the dust, they saw something that made them freeze. The photo was old, very old. It showed a group of people standing together. At first glance, nothing seemed strange. But when they looked closer, one of the men in the photo looked exactly like Gene Hackman. But the photo was from the 1940s. Was it just a look-alike? Or something far stranger? And here's where it gets even weirder. Another photo, taken decades later, showed a similar group of people. And again, one of them looked exactly like Hackman. Unaged, unchanged, almost timeless. Now here's the thing. Hackman was born in 1930. But if these photos are real, it raises an unsettling question. Did Gene Hackman have a past the world never knew about? Or was this just a coincidence? Now, let's talk about those symbols on the walls. They weren't random scratches. They looked carefully drawn. Some experts claim they resembled old alchemical symbols, the kind associated with secret societies, hidden knowledge, and even immortality. Others say they match symbols found in historical conspiracy theories, ones involving Hollywood's biggest stars. What was Hackman involved in? And did these symbols suggest something deeper about his life and death? Because here's the thing. Authorities haven't explained what they found in that tunnel. And the fact that they're staying silent? That's only making people ask more questions. At this point, the theories are running wild. And honestly, they should be. Because nothing about this case adds up. So, what are the possibilities? Could it be that Hackman had a secret life before he was famous? Some say he was connected to classified government projects, secret Hollywood dealings, or even intelligence agencies. Could the tunnel have been a safe house? A storage vault for dangerous information? Let's face it, Hollywood has dark secrets, and some believe this tunnel wasn't just for hiding things, but for hiding people. Could Hackman have been involved in something he wasn't supposed to be? One of the wilder theories suggests that Hackman was hiding something extremely valuable. The crates could have held lost Hollywood artifacts, gold, or even money linked to old Hollywood scandals. Whatever it was important enough to keep underground. But if Hackman had a hidden fortune, who knew about it? And more importantly, did someone kill him for it? Here's the biggest mystery of all. The FBI isn't talking. Not about the tunnel, not about the photographs, not about anything. Which makes people wonder, are they hiding something bigger? Was this just a Hollywood star with an eccentric past? Or was Hackman involved in something deeper? And if so, did it have anything to do with his death? One of the biggest unanswered questions about the discovery of Gene Hackman's secret tunnel is who built it and when. Here's why this matters. If Hackman built it, that means he was actively hiding something during his time at the mansion. But if the tunnel was already there before he moved in, that opens up an even bigger mystery. Did Hackman buy the house specifically because of this tunnel? Did he even know it existed when he moved in? Or did he stumble upon it later and decide to use it? Property records show that Hackman purchased the estate decades ago, but there are no records of construction permits for any underground expansions. Which means this tunnel was either built in secret or was part of something older and forgotten. Here's where it gets interesting. Some experts believe the tunnel may have originally been built during the 1920s or 1930s, when the U.S. was still under prohibition. During that time, underground tunnels were often used for smuggling alcohol, hiding illegal operations, escaping law enforcement. Could Hackman's mansion have once belonged to bootleggers? And if so, why did Hackman keep the tunnel instead of sealing it off? Here's another theory that raises even more questions. Hackman's home isn't too far from Los Alamos, New Mexico, the site of the top-secret Manhattan Project, where the first atomic bomb was developed. And guess what? There are plenty of classified tunnels in the area, built during World War II for storage, secrecy, and military operations. Could this tunnel have been linked to an old government facility? And if so, was Hackman just a homeowner with an interesting basement? Or did he know something the rest of us don't? Remember those unmarked letters the FBI found? Well, recent leaks suggest some of them were written by Hackman himself, but never mailed. And the content of those letters? Deeply disturbing. One letter, dated 5 years before his death, contained a cryptic message. "I fear the past is finally catching up to me. I thought I left it buried, but some things don't stay buried forever. If anything happens to me, remember, it wasn't an accident." Who was Hackman writing to? A friend? A former colleague? Someone who knew his secret? And more importantly, why didn't he send the letter? Another letter contained a single chilling line. "They're still watching. Always watching." Who were they? The government? A secret organization? A group Hackman feared? Was this just the paranoia of an aging actor, or a legitimate warning about something hidden in Hollywood's past? And here's where things get really weird. Shortly after the FBI's discovery, a longtime neighbor of Hackman's, an elderly man in his 80s, suddenly disappeared. This man had lived in the area for decades and was reportedly one of the few people Hackman ever spoke to. But days after the FBI raid, his home was suddenly vacant. His car left untouched, mailbox overflowing. There was no missing persons report, no investigation. It was as if he had never existed. Did he know something about the tunnel? And if so, did he leave voluntarily? Or was he silenced? In the weeks leading up to Hackman's death, his wife reportedly told close friends about strange occurrences at their home. Anonymous phone calls in the middle of the night, always silent. Unfamiliar cars parked outside their property, vanishing when approached. Doors left unlocked, despite both Hackman and Arakawa being very private people. Was someone trying to intimidate them? Or were they looking for something inside the house? And if so, did they find it before Hackman died? Now, here's one of the most unsettling details. Investigators obtained security camera footage from the Hackman estate. Footage from the night before their bodies were discovered. And what they saw still hasn't been fully explained. In the early hours of the morning, a shadowy figure appeared near the entrance of the tunnel. At 3:14 a.m., the cameras glitched, cutting out for exactly 7 minutes. When they turned back on, the figure was gone. Was this a glitch in the system or something deliberate? And most importantly, was this person inside the house before Hackman died? One of the last items removed from Hackman's mansion was a hidden safe, bolted deep into the walls of the underground chamber. The problem? No one has been able to open it. Hackman's family has no record of the combination. The locksmiths called to inspect it have never seen a model like it. And the FBI refuses to say whether they've managed to crack it. If Hackman went through the trouble of sealing something inside a virtually unbreakable safe, that means whatever's inside is big. And yet, we still have no idea what it is. You'd think that the death of a Hollywood legend, under highly suspicious circumstances, would spark a huge conversation in the industry, but instead, silence. No major tributes from A-list celebrities. No deep-dive investigations by entertainment news outlets. No statements from his closest colleagues. Almost as if they already knew something and didn't want to get involved. Why is Hollywood avoiding the topic? And does their silence mean they know more than they're letting on? At this point, there are more questions than answers. What was really in that tunnel? Who or what was Gene Hackman afraid of? And most importantly, did someone silence him before the truth could come out? This case isn't over. And as new details emerge, one thing is clear. Whatever the FBI found in that mansion was big enough to shake them. What do you think happened? Drop your theories in the comments, and let's try to piece this mystery together. And if you want to stay updated on Hollywood's biggest unsolved cases, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell, because this is only the beginning. At the heart of this mystery lies one haunting truth. Gene Hackman's death is far from an open and shut case. From the discovery of the hidden tunnel beneath his mansion to the unanswered questions surrounding his final days, every detail points to something bigger lurking beneath the surface. The strange artifacts, the cryptic letters, the missing neighbor, the unexplained security footage. These aren't just coincidences. They paint a picture of a man who may have known far more than he ever let on. But was he running from something? Protecting a secret? Or did someone ensure that whatever he knew would never come to light? Even now, the FBI remains silent, and Hollywood's unusual lack of reaction only fuels more suspicion. What was Gene Hackman hiding? And is the real story being buried with him? Until more answers emerge, all we can do is speculate and keep asking the right questions. Because when the truth finally comes out, it could change everything we thought we knew about Hackman's life and his death. What do you think happened? Was Hackman's death truly an accident? Or is there a bigger cover-up at play? Drop your theories in the comments and let's uncover this mystery together. And if you want to stay updated on Hollywood's biggest unsolved cases, subscribe now and hit that notification bell. Because trust me, this story is far from over. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.